tryna get paid. Niggas tryna take my money, no way. I'm a real nigga. I'ma fuck a bitch real quick in my slippers. Bitches on my dick, they gon' dance on my lap. And if you talking shit, you gon' get a bitch slapped. Yeah, I like a mean bitch, not in the scene, bitch.
When the fuck did we get to Holland?
What's up, boys? It's your boy Lil Fatty here, back at it again with another video. And no, I am not bald. I do have hair. I just got a haircut. Okay, it's nothing that bad, but I am have a new shave on the side, so I'm not bald. But anyways, you read the title, ranking all the lands in Disneyland, California, because that's one of my favorite parks of all time, and plus it's the closest one to me and the one that I've been the most. So if you guys want me to do like California Adventure, the next to the park, I will do that too. But I just want to start with something simple because Disneyland doesn't have that much lands, and it's easier for me to rank, if that makes any sense. I'm gonna be doing it walking, like right when you get through the gates. So I'm gonna be ranking every part of where you go, but I am gonna be doing it 1 through 10, not 1 through 5 like I usually do, because I can't really do 1 through 5 because I think 5 is like the middle ground. So that's why I did it 1 through 10, because like if I rank something like 5 to 10, that means like it's a middle with me. So anyways, let's get on with the ranking. Right when you go through the gate, okay, when you enter Disneyland and you hear the music and you go through the bridge that's over the railroad, and then you go into Main Street, USA. I did talk about this in my other Disneyland videos. This is like the main area when you see the castle, and you just see it, and there's like stores on your left, there's food restaurants on your right, just a bunch of stuff that you could do. I think that is 10 out of 10 because every Disney park has it, every Disney resort have it. Main Street is everywhere. So if you mess it up, that's kind of the easy part of making Disneyland is Main Street. So I think it is a 10 out of 10 for Main Street USA, because I don't think you can mess that up. And it's how Walt Disney wanted it to be, a straight view of seeing the castle for the first time, and he executed it well. So definitely 10 out of 10 for Main Street USA right when you walk in. I don't know what you guys do with your family when you go to Disneyland. My family, we usually walk straight into Fantasyland, and I put Fantasyland around 4 out of 10 because let me tell you, they were fun for like younger kids. Like when I was young, I used to love Fantasyland, but now it's more like if you have little ones, you bring them to Fantasyland for like, oh, let's go to Dumbo, let's go bring back on Dumbo, or let's go to Peter Pan's flight, or let's go to Snow White. And you guys know how I feel about that ride. That ride sucks. But anyways, I think it's just like a kid part. Like, I know everything's for kids, but it's more like for toddlers, if that makes any sense. It's more a little bit of a kid's playpen, Fantasyland is. Which sucks, because that's like the main thing for like the magic and the princesses and the princes. I just don't really like it. But Fantasyland, 4 out of 10. Oh, and plus, like I said, Fantasyland does have the 2 worst rides in the park, in my opinion. So, yeah, Fantasyland, definitely 4 out of 10. So, what my family does after we go to Fantasyland, we usually flank to the left, which is around Frontierland. Frontierland, I think, is alright. I like most of the stuff in Frontierland. Frontierland is like the Cowboys, Cowboy on Western. So that's like Thunder Mountain Railroad, which is one of my favorite rides. One of the gun arcade things that's pretty cool. I haven't tried it yet. And then there's like the Western little saloon thing that they have there. I haven't ate there, But I heard it's really good, and they have like shows and stuff in the saloon. So I'm gonna put it at a 5 out of 10 because it does have one of my favorite rides, Thunder Mountain Railroad. But I haven't really tried anything else, even though I've been there a lot of times. My family doesn't really like to buy a lot of stuff and go to a lot of restaurants, so that's why I haven't really tried some of their dining stuff. But I have tried their attractions, and Thunder Mountain is definitely one of my favorites. So 5 out of 10 for Frontierland. And then you go on to the Bayou and to New Orleans Square, which is also has one of my favorite rides in it, Pirates of the Caribbean, because that ride is just legendary. One of the best parks in, not parks, but one of the best rides in the park. One of the last rides that Walt Disney ever worked on and developed with his Imagineers. So New Orleans Square just has that soulful jazz, has all the jazz musicians there playing jazz music and all that stuff. Very immersive, very like Southern Louisiana, you feel it. And also Haunted Mansion's there, which is also great ride. I love Haunted Mansion, but it wasn't in my top 10 favorite rides, or top 5 favorite rides, I'm sorry, but also one of my favorite rides. The beignets and the chowder bowl, and I've been there, and great food. I love me some Southern Louisiana food. Just really good atmosphere when I go there. And plus, it's right by the Mark Twain Riverboat and also Tom Sawyer Island, which I'm not going to put in the ranking because I haven't really been like on the island since I was like 5. So I was like, is it? But yeah, Louisiana Square, not Louisiana, New Orleans Square is a 9 out of 10 for me. It's very good atmosphere. Like it, love it. Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion, one of the most legendary rides in the park. So 9 out of 10 for New Orleans Square. And then you walk a little bit down to New Orleans Square, and then you go to Critter Country, which has Splash Mountain, which is to be continued. I don't know if they're going to put the new Princess and the Frog ride there still, or because of the Rona and all that stuff on that closing, they don't have enough money for it to remodel it like they wanted to for putting the Princess and the Frog on Splash Mountain because the controversy. I'm not going to talk about that, but they also have Winnie the Pooh, and they got the Bear Country, not Country Bears because they took that out a while ago, but the Country Bear like restaurant there that I've also went there, and it's really good. With the changes and all that stuff coming to Critter Country, and if they do put Princess and the Frog, now New Orleans Square will be more, and then there will be less of Critter Country because that's where Country Bears was there in Critter Country, but then Galaxy's Edge happened and they had to tear the Country Bears down because they didn't have any more room. So there's only going to be one ride, and that's going to be Winnie the Pooh, and that's not really good for like immersiveness in the land. So just having that one Critter Country ride is going to be really weird if they put the Princess and the Frog. So hopefully Splash Mountain and their original theming, hopefully that stays. So that's why I put Critter Country as a 5 out of 10. I'm sorry for the like Critter Country lovers. Like I know there's some of you, but it's a 5 out of 10 for me. I'm sorry. You walk even further down, and then you go into the immersive Galaxy's Edge, aka Star Wars Land. The immersiveness is at the highest peak. Everybody has their own backstory. The cast members. There's stormtroopers coming up to you, Kylo Ren coming up to you, driving the Millennium Falcon, and also the Rise of the Resistance ride being the most high-tech ride in a Disney park. Disneyland just made Star Wars like top tier. Like, you being in Star Wars Land, aka Galaxy's Edge, it's just so fun. It's like being in a playground. You can be like so free and play around and go to the cantina, and you can make your own lightsaber, which is a lot of money, or making your own droid, which is less money, and it's still immersive. Like, when I built Rex, I felt like I was actually building an R2 unit, which he's way smaller than an actual R2 unit, but it felt like I was actually making him, like I was a part of the Force, and I was building my companion. So that's why Galaxy's Edge is an 8 out of 10. One of the best experiences. Why have it at an 8 out of 10 and not like a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10? There's just less I wish there was more attractions. There's more shops than attractions. So that's why it's kind of more steep. But an 8 out of 10 is very strong for me. And Galaxy's Edge is one of my favorite attractions to come to and be immersed in and play in. We're all done with Galaxy's Edge. We usually walk back, so past Frontierland, Critter Country, New Orleans Square, and then we go to the jungle, which is Adventureland, which is home to 3 attractions. The Tarzan Treehouse, which isn't really an attraction, it's more like a lookabout, but I still like it. Indiana Jones, best ride, one of my favorite rides, and the Jungle Cruise, which is a funny ride and like a chill out ride. So not really much of a thrill like Indiana Jones, but just like a fun going down the exotic rivers of the jungle. I put Adventureland at a 7 out of 10, not because it's like it only has like 3 attractions, but I wish there was a little bit more. But the whole thing is perfect to me. I like Indiana Jones. I love going on it, just the immersive queue, the everything that is going on with it, like the vegetation and how it looks like a jungle instead of just being this wide open / jungle / desert. I'm talking to you, Disney World. It's kind of cramped in Disneyland, like the Adventureland. It's kind of cramped, but I like that. I like that a little bit because it gives that. Because when you're walking through the jungle, you're not like 10 feet away from like the nearest. You're gonna be kind of cramped. So I like that immersiveness, and I like the vegetation because it was really small when Disneyland first started, and now it's just this immaculate actual jungle that they have built in the center of Southern California. What? Oh, when we go back into the middle, because after you get done with Adventureland, you get back in the middle, and then you go into Toontown, Mickey's Toontown, which is also a little bit for kids, but they have the not rock and roller coaster, but Scouts roller coaster. It's only for like little kids, so it's very cramped when you go on, but it is a fun ride, and I've been on the roller coaster. It's very short, and plus the line is like a half an hour, and it's like a 2-minute roller coaster. Anyway, and Roger Rabbit ride, just being all the wacky stuff and seeing all this, and like actually like playing with like the jail thing and just being a part of Toontown. And plus, they're gonna put in Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway into Disneyland because Disney World has it. Disneyland getting everything first. But anyways, Disney World got everything first. Disneyland is getting Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and I'm excited for that. And that's gonna come in like 2024 or 2023. So I'm hyped. So if you guys want to see that, like in a video or something, talking about Runaway Railway, I'll do that. But there's tons of videos on the Disney World one, so if you haven't seen Mickey Runaway Railway, please go look at it. in the Disney video. It's great. We go in across the road, not across the road, but across the castle, and then you go in to the old Tomorrowland. I know it's supposed to be a part of the future, like tomorrow, but it looks like it's been stuck in the 80s for the past 20 decades. I meant to say 2 decades, but 20 decades. But 2 decades. It's been like stuck in 2 decades, and everything looks old. Everything's getting remodeled, and plus the old people mover tracks are still up there, and it just looks carbo. Even though I love me some Space Mountain, it's just, and Astro Blasters, it's just not, it doesn't feel like tomorrow. It still feels like something stuck in the 90s and not immersive. Hopefully they get a whole freaking remodel. I don't even care if it takes them like 3 or 4 years to get it right. I wish they could change it. So with that, Tomorrowland, 3 out of 10. Very, not a bad land, but it lost its potential, and it needs a remodel SAP, like, soon as possible, in my opinion. And plus, Star Tours, after Rise of Resistance happened, it is really boring. Like, after I go on not Rise of the Resistance, but after I go on Star Tours, it feels like a downgrade. Like, I just went on this queue. It's supposed to look futuristic, but it looks like I'm in a shopping mall in the 90s. But anyways, I get on it, and I'm like, that didn't feel like a really good ride. I'm gonna go to Rise of Resistance now. It looks really fun, and I'm gonna go. And when I do, it just blows me out of the water every time I go on it, because it's such a good ride. It's so immersive and all that stuff. But Star Tours, it just feels like you're just moving in a simulator, which is pretty much, it is a simulator, but it doesn't feel like tomorrow, which is supposed to be Tomorrowland. It just doesn't make sense. 3 out of 10, Tomorrowland. You need to step your game up, Disney. Hopefully they do that. So, that has been the ranking of Disneyland. So, if you guys want me to do like California Adventure, which is the park across from Disneyland, it is Disneyland, but it's just the sister park, I will do that. I'll do a ranking California Adventure. And plus, if you want me to do any more Disney stuff, please put comments down below. Always comment what you guys want to see. I'm down to do it. I take any offerings, what you guys want to see on the channel. I'll definitely try to do those. So with that, please like, comment, subscribe, and put that bell notifications on, because I post every Wednesday and Saturday. So with that, I have been Lil Fatty, and I am out.
I'll be ready for the war. Tell me where to go. I'ma destroy. Wanna be a fire.
Get low, pussy. Get low.
Get low or you might die. I be looking for the killer drug dealer trying to take my life. I don't wanna go.